my name is Shadow Templar 591, and I'm doing something I haven't done in a little while. I'm doing a What Is of Kingdom and its sequel, Kingdom New Lands, just because they're really very similar games. There are some differences, but especially in the sequel that do make it a lot different. This being one, this little ghost that actually helps you out. Is that one of my... See, I always thought that those ghosts were just randomized, but I did have, and I think in one of my playthroughs, a queen who had a yellow dress on. So that'd be interesting if it's actually like past failures of yours. So one of the biggest things in the beginning, like I said, is this ghost, but it's also kind of this tutorial level. This doesn't exist in the original. In the original, it kind of it's really gonna make me buy the guy with the hammer. Yeah, okay. Usually I buy 2 archers, but this is gonna make me buy someone else as well. It's also... See, I don't know why it makes you build, and now it's gonna make me build a wall. That stinks. Okay, I'll build it. And I don't know why it makes you do that. Especially since if you, upgrade your camp, you can actually upgrade your base at this campfire. It will actually, you'll get it for free. So I mean, that's a waste of a gold, but I mean, it's not terrible. Okay, so kind of going on this, so my what is videos are basically kind of tutorial-y, first impression-y, kind of beginner's guides to games. I go over who's the game's made by, what kind of game is it, story, gameplay, aesthetics, feel, does the game accomplish its goal, if it has some kind of message or some kind of goal. Obviously most games' goals are to be fun, unless you're Truck Simulator 2016 and you just want to play more work, I don't know, but I guess that's to each his own. I'll go over price and then I'll kind of wrap it up all in my final thoughts. This is, like I said, this is the New Lands, which is a sequel, but I have played the original as well, but I've got more time in this. So story is basically, in the original, it's basically you're a king trying to stand up a kingdom. There's these monsters called greed that attack you, and basically in that you're trying to just keep expanding and basically keep expanding to the 2 sides until you've taken both all the monsters out. And you do that by, they come out of portals that you take. So that's how you kind of kill them or stop them from coming from one side so closely. Usually though, that causes a chain effect where they'll come from the other side really hard, so you got to make sure your defense is up. And basically that's how you win the first one. You take out the portals. In this one, you kind of you do the same thing, but you're actually trying to go from island. There's different islands, and you're trying to go from island to island and just survive until you can go to different islands. I don't know if at some point, like if you do it on every island, you win the game. I don't know, or if it's just kind of an endless runner in that way. But I know that is kind of how it's supposed to go. As you can also see, and that's really the story in a nutshell. It's minimal at the very least, as you can tell. As for the gameplay, that's really, I would say, the depth is, like you saw, I can recruit guys, I can expand my base, I can upgrade my defenses, I can get farmers to farm fields, I can cut down trees, so there's a lot of strategy in it. See, now, with this forest, if I cut down this tree, this camp is gone, which stinks, but right now it's on this water thing. on that water, I can actually build build a farm. So, and there's two types of farms. There's a farm where they'll stay there all night, or there's a farm, that they'll come back at night to the base. And you might think, well, obviously the farm that they stay at is objectively better, but it might not. If you don't have a barricade up there, what's going to happen is the green monsters, when they come at night, they're going to come and basically they're going to attack the guys, take the gold you invested in them, so now you have to invest in again, and take the weapons. So now you lost a bunch of gold for not really a lot of gain. So there's a lot of strategy in it, in a sense like that. There's towers with these rocks. You can build towers. I usually don't, but for this video, I probably will, just so you guys could see everything. You eventually unlock, and in this one, in the first one, you have everything unlocked on the first map. The problem I find with that is it's very kind of RMG based. Not to say this isn't, but since it's got more kind of maps to spread everything around, I feel at least you don't get as screwed as hard as you would on just a single map that has all these different factors that it's trying to randomly generate. So that's my feeling. I could be completely wrong, but that's the game in the nutshell. As you saw, there was a shrine back there. I should have showed that. You can upgrade that to basically you put gold into this, it builds, and then you can upgrade your stuff from just regular wooden towers to stone towers, and then it just kind of snowballs from there. I've unlocked different upgrade mounts. I think the last playthrough I unlocked a little gnome guy or a hermit, I think they're called. Basically what he does is he pretty much more or less will upgrade my level 3 towers to level 4. That specific one will turn it into a ballista, so that's kind of cool. But different ones do different things. So that's kind of where that game comes. So that's kind of where a lot of the fun in this game. I posted a lot. The last one, the first one, it just, in my opinion, proves on a lot of things. There's a lot more, looking for things. This is what I guess would be called, like, it sounds what I call Civ syndrome, and in the sense it's like, oh man, just one more turn, one more night, one more day, I got this and this and this, which is really good. It's a time sink. I've got 15 hours in this, and I've only had this for a couple of days. At the same time, it combines that with a lot of Isaac elements, like Binding of Isaac, old rogue likes, in the sense that once you die, if you do die, you have to start all over. But now you have all these other things. So now I've got, now that gnome guy might, or hermit guy might generate on one of these maps. I unlocked some statues, which I'll see if they didn't generate on this map. See if I can't find those, and they give different bonuses. I will build a tower just so you guys can see what it looks like. It does what it sounds like. You can build catapults, which is what this building here is for. The problem with that is there are monsters called breeders, and they sound like what they sound like their namesake. They breed guys, and that's not too bad, but they're basically big hulking guys, and if you have any catapult rocks outside your walls, because the rocks actually don't disappear, your guy, he will take them and throw them at your towers and just wreck your guys and wreck your towers. So I don't get catapults anymore. I used to. I don't do it, just for that reason. I will also, and I'm glad this happened. So right now, my horse is tired. So I can't, and I know I'm kind of jumping around from everywhere, so he can't run anymore. So then I need to find grass. So that also kind of gets you to expand, because if you want to expand, you can't eat this grass in the forest. It's all moss. The only time grass grows is in the open air. So what do? You gotta cut down trees. So it kind of feeds into that needing to expand, needing to get bigger. Statue. I don't have any gold for it, but basically, if I put gold in, there's 3 levels by the 3 little flames. And basically what this one does is, this is an archer statue. There's one for builders and there's one for knights as well. That one will make it, not so that my archers have aimbot, but they're a lot better. And just that can help you, 4 guys defend against a wave that would take, 6 or 7 guys. And then there's one with the builders, and basically that makes it so you basically have like I guess an ore around your barricades and your defenses that make them take more damage before they start getting knocked out. Just stuff like that. You can hunt deers, you can hunt horses. They also get gold as well as farms. I know I'm once again jumping around just as I see stuff. You can run out of gold. Gold does. You can run out of gold. And you can get too much gold. Like, you'll literally just drop it out of the ground or drop it in the water if you get too much. But basically, almost anything you need to do revolves around gold. So you need it. There's multiple ways. In this game, it's actually a lot, and maybe it might be just the play style I was playing. It seems like it's a lot easier to get gold just from hunting than it was in the original. In the original, it seemed like you need to get farms up stat. So that's basically the general gameplay. I did mention upgraded mounts, I believe. You can get different color horses. Besides the standard one, you can also get a bear and a deer, which I believe I mentioned I unlocked the bear, so that's really cool. I mentioned the gnomes, I'm trying to make sure, I want to make sure I hit kind of all my bases. So let's see. Because this is, if I expand out here, this will give me 2 farms. And basically, you're running against the clock, not only in terms of night and day, but night cycles and day cycles. But the days, the longer you stay on an island or fail to complete the mission, and it makes sense, the more waves and the stronger those waves are, so the more defenses you're gonna need. So everything kind of feeds into yourself. You're needing to expand to be pretty quick. At least from what I found, maybe there might be a like turtling strategy, but from what I've seen, this game kind of discourages that, which I definitely could see. My only thing in terms of gameplay and the stuff like that that I would rather see is for the upgrades, I just wish there was another level. You kind of go from wood to stone and that's kind of it. I wish there was like, I don't know, like unrefined stone and then masonry stone and maybe even marble, like just some more level, just some more tiers is all. Nothing big. So that's just, and that's not a big thing, that's a little thing. So there's the towers, those go up to level 3. So then I'm gonna talk about aesthetic. You can see it's kind of like a 16-bit 2D scroller. I really like it. I think it fits the game really well. Yeah, I think it fits the game perfectly. I love it. I don't think any other. It was a really good choice for aesthetics, art style. You really feel like you're a king or a queen. Your race and gender, it's completely random. So your colors and your insignia, which I'll show. This is my insignia. These are my colors. I think I saw it. You can actually change that by changing where this set blaze on. That's basically what this thing is. I looked into how to do it. It's kind of cool. I prefer it, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of prefer the random, just because it's like I don't know what I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get something really cool or something kind of I'm gonna be like, it's kind of stupid. So I do like there is some choice there, but personally I like the randomness. That's just me, to each his own. I'm trying to. That was the only thing, and I kind of see why it's like this. So I just told this guy to go and cut down these trees. I have no way now that he's going to do it, for him to tell him to stop. I have no way to direct him to stop. You don't have formal control over you guys. You have indirect controls over them by telling them to do stuff and where to do it. Your archers will naturally, and actually all your workers will naturally just go to one side depending on the numbers. So they try to stay even. So if you've got 6 archers, there'll be 3 and 3 generally. I have seen the AI kind of mess up where it doesn't do that, and that's kind of nerve-wracking. But for the most part, it's pretty good. And that is one of the types of greed monsters. That's just a basic one. Attacked. But once again, that's kind of my fault. I had him out when he shouldn't have been. So there's the breeders, like I talked about before. Those are the bigger ones. Those are the smaller ones. There's kind of different versions of them. They'll have mass on, so they take more damage to hit. And then I forget that there's flying ones where we'll just grab your guys and take them away. Stranger danger. But I don't remember what they're called. Their names. I'm going to, and a lot of this stuff actually I didn't find out on my own. I'm going to be honest, I looked up, not even a wiki, but there's a really good, Steam page, guide someone made, and I'll probably end up linking that in the below. So that's that. As for, I talked about ascetics, controls feel fine. I mean, up, down to, not up, down, left, right to move, double tap, right, so tap it again and hold it to make your horse kind of charge. If you want to upgrade something, it's just down and the gold coins will go up. So it's very basic. It's not anything too convoluted or anything like that. And I guess this game doesn't have really a message, but does it accomplish its goal? I would say it does. It's fun. It's definitely a time consumer. Now that I kind of, and I can thank one of my friends, because I was telling him I was making this video, and he kind of told me to kind of try it again, and I'm glad I did, because I kind of understand now what kind of game this, more so than I did the first time, what kind of game this is. And this isn't a game you're probably going to beat your first time. This is like The Binding of Isaac, any of those other kind of roguelike or survival horror games, Minecraft, Daisy. You're not going to beat it the first time. This game is meant for you to, Oaklos is a new one that's kind of a lot like this. You're going to come back, and you're going to keep coming back, and as you come back, you get new guys, and you get further and further, until finally you beat it. For some people, that's okay, for some not. Personally, if I have the time, I love these games. If I don't, I don't like them. So that's my feelings kind of on them. It's kind of a hit and miss thing, kind of just what I'm doing, where I am at the time I'm playing these. So yeah, I think in that retrospect accomplishes the goal. I would definitely recommend this to anybody. I wanted to say something else and I lost it. In terms of price, I would say if you can get the original pretty cheap, do it, because use that as kind of your demo version, I guess, like a cheap demo. And then kind of, if you really like it, I'm more than likely the New Lands is gonna be on sale too, and I guess they've got some new like royalty legacy version. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe more upgrades. I don't know. I've just got the regular New Land version because that's the one they had at the time. Glad this is. So every 5 days, what happens is what's called a red moon, and basically only one side will get attacked, but it'll get attacked hard. Like there'll be a lot of minions. So hopefully it's not this side because I only have 2 archers and not that great of defenses. And it is. So this is probably not going to end well. One more. As you can see, the archers don't have that great of aim. If they did, the upgrade would be useless and they would kind of wreck everything. So I understand why that is. So that's pricing. I would definitely say, play the original if you like it. I would say just jump to the sequel. It's in every way better than the original. That's my opinion. Some people may still like the original over the sequel. I personally love the sequel. I think, the fact you have a tutorial level, it kind of eases you into the game. You kind of have goals to look for, upgrades, stuff like that. I think that's all kind of structures gives a little more, and not to say you need like tons of structure within a game or a game like this, but a little. Doesn't hurt it any either. So that's what I would say about pricing. My final thoughts. I like this game. I would definitely recommend it to everyone. But before I go, I'm kind of gonna morph this into a more, I guess, tips and tricks section. So you always want to. This game is one of those games you always want to be doing something, whether it's giving more intel for where the portals are, recruiting guys, those guys that I give gold to become like citizens. They're called vagrants. Whether it's chopping down trees, you always want to do something. This is a time management heavy game. I should have also stressed that. So if you don't like time heavy management games as well, don't play this. But I guess the Civ Confessions, the Europa is another game that's kind of like that. So you always want to be doing something. Like I said, when you first get off, I personally get 2 archers. That's it, and then just keep upgrading, and then get 2 more archers. And then keep getting archers until I can get the upgrade where I get the free walls, the free just wooden regular first level tier. Saves me gold on buying it. I know it's only 1 gold, but sometimes 1 gold can, and it sounds cliche, can be the difference between your empire rising and falling. Sorry, I burped there. So that's one thing. In the beginning, until you get farms up, you want the merchant guy who I give gold to is your best friend. He's the greatest source of income. Even after, he's still good from a little source of income. And if you have too much gold, the merchant is in the original game, but he functions different. You have to pay him 4 gold, and what he'll do is he'll fill out one of your, either your hammers or your bows or your plows, which can be good, but if it's the one you're looking for, you don't, like I said before, you don't have control over your guys. So when you recruit guys, they'll automatically go to that. They'll go to the nearest item. So if your recruitment camp is on the left, your vagrant camp, and he fills out this, but you want archers, they'll grab the hammers and become workers before they become archers. So I do like his new role. The other pirate guy you saw is a banker. I would say if you have a lot of gold and you don't know what to do with, put in the banker, because feast turns into famine. What he'll do is so if you give him say 5 gold or 10 gold, he'll give you on the first day after that, he'll give you half of it, so he'll give you 5 gold, he'll give you another half, so that he'll give you 5, so you'll get your investment back, and then on the third day, you get 60% of that, so I guess that would be like 6 gold, so you've actually made 6 gold. Math is not my strong suit, so if those numbers are wrong, but you get the idea. So it's definitely, if you find yourself, oh crap, I'm pinned up, oh wait, I gave the banker with this guy a bunch of gold. So now you have an extra. It's a good place of storing gold. And I should have did this last night. Whenever you see that the greeds have attacked and destroyed something, no more are gonna come that night. It's gonna be just that one wave. So what I would suggest then is just basically go out and during the night and search, because no one more from that side are gonna come. So you might as well make the use of your time. Well, if you have a building project you want to start, do it now. Once again, I can't stress this enough. This game is time management, but if you can learn that, if you can learn to, and if you can understand that, probably the first time you're not going to beat this game, you're going to get pretty far and you're going to have to start over, but now you have all this other stuff, this is going to be a really fun game. Once I realized that, it became a really fun game for me. I'm kind of glad I did. But yeah, that's Kingdom New Lands in a nutshell. I'm probably gonna take a break from this, but I'm definitely gonna beat this. And I can't wait till I do. And once again, guys, my name has been Shadow Templar 591, and as always, have a great day. Oh, just before I go, I forgot to mention the map. So the map actually shows you the upgrades you get. This shows me this is the archer statue, this is the worker statue, this is basically saying horse upgrade, I think that's the bear upgrade, and this is one of my little hermits. I guess you get. And so if you saw that destroyed ship, basically you can go to any of these islands. My guessing is the rest, because there's three hermits, so the other 2 are probably on this island. I don't know what's on this island. Probably another statue, my guess, and then probably some other upgrades over here. So and the way you get these upgrades and stuff is you'll see. I think I did run past this in this game. You'll see a signpost and a map on it, and you'll pay 2 gold and you get that map. And if you complete, if I hadn't completed this already, by getting that and completing this, I've now unlocked that. So that's how you unlock stuff. I know I mentioned unlocking stuff, but I didn't mention how to. So that's how to. And that's it. I forgot to mention that. I should have. But anyways, guys, have a great day.